To wonder, quickly look at a new project of someone who is your friend or colleague. Someone said this project is better. Take a look at this. And you want to look at that, but you need to see the whole project or find out which language they used to see the main code. You need to go to main file and see how this works. As a solo developer, it takes time and you need some more patience to look at them. And you can't disappoint your friends or colleagues. And for contributions for contributors who want to contribute to any public projects or anything, you are looking like I want to contribute to this project. What type of project I need to contribute? You need to go there and check the project idea, what are the main files, what are the main programming language are they use. You need to look into that. If you know that project, definitely you can work on that. But you need to find out as much as quickly. But you need to save some time because you need so much. You don't have that much time. Daily works are there, so take a quickly look and decide which language is there. If that is best, start as soon as possible. And there outside there some recruiters, company leads, someone want to look history, GitHub commit history or version history, some folks starts like that as a weekly report for agile model or scrum models. You can want to you see that one. How? What is the way? Quickly way. It is most basic some problem we are facing in daily lives. Here, here I am, Shaker and my friend Muni. We both thought an excellent idea to minimize the time of seeing whole code involved in primary language users, educators, and another members. You can see all communities in the single one combined. That's what we have done on this project. Let me show you how these. It is both private and public repositories. If you so full analysis of that repository. If you want any private repository analysis, you need to sign in GitHub. There is an option to sign in, and you can easily see your private repository also. Let us show how this works. We have taken the famous Microsoft VS Code repository. Yes, multiple contributors are there, multiple, so many commits, version history. So you need to make some contribution. So you finally decide how this. It will show who have the owner of repository and some overview of that. Then we have what is the main files and what is the functionalities involved. It is you some guidance. You can see npm scripts like that. You can go and shop with a project. Then we have an overview of these projects. Total files, primary language types, language used in this code, then source files and config files. And there is a CI/CD pipeline for image. You can just go and run this command to see the Docker kernels. Then it is the main point where the insights, how the project we done, how many stars, folks, you can see here. These are mainly focused on our project managers and recruiters. You can see primarily what they use in that particular repository. Here 95.64 is a TypeScript and we have weekly based stars, folks. We have the final commit over time. Like whenever our project manager you want to track your progress on weekly basis, like agile model or scrum model, you need to show them how the project is going on. You need to see as quickly as possible by taking the repository link and pasting here. You can see overall history and overall weekly based updates, and how many commits are going on, how much updates are going on. You can see this. This is a beautiful part in our project, and we have weekly activity heat map. You can see how which week has more commits or which week has less commits. Like that, if the any less commits are there, you can inform to our team members. You can need to improve or you need to work fast as possible. Then the owner starts and active most recent commits are there merged just end. You can see here. This will be best for tutors and project managers. Then we have files breakdown. There are multiple files. We like fetch some important files in own like there is a main file in particular folder. You can fetch only that folder, not all files, everything, only the main file. And that main file we given some description from what the file has, what is the functions are. Here we have one class and one function and one three imports are there. It is based on regex command and I will explain later how this code works. And we try to implement some description about that method and that classes. And we used some semantic analysis. We try to use AI, but some due to some decisions we didn't use AI. We try to build semantic analysis, which is based on pure logic. We give it some descriptions to specify some model or some classes or some imports method. That method is present in a repository. It will do this. That's the basic idea of how we done. We every file we have given some summary. You can check it, and we have architecture of that project. It is going to need it. I mean, more developer needs to see how this architecture works. Then we have analysis. It is in the development. We are trying to build fast using OpenAI and Gemini or Hugging Face models. It will be best. Then we have this is a PDF report where you can generate PDF report. That report you can download it and you can share to your friends and colleagues, your freshers who joined your project recently. You can share this project as a finally document for your project overview. This has everything what we have shown so far in that overview and we have displayed in that website. It will be useful for newcomers and some friends. You can share this PDF, the overall experience of that project, how the files and how the methods are, everything, whatever we have, that in website is fetch and display in this PDF format. You can share to anyone you want. This is the best. You can share to your batches. It will be useful. Then let's show our code how this is done. Here we basically use like I said, me and Munir and me use Copilot and developed this website to AI and we developed on this. The main code is present in this file app.py. Every file description, everything is here and all everything whole language is Python. You can see everything file structure, every file is imported here, published UI, everything is in here only. And we mainly focused on GitHub fetcher. This GitHub fetcher takes our GitHub API, which is I have given. It is not you don't need to give any GitHub API. I have given already. So it will fetch all GitHub public repository if you need to fetch for private repository. You need to log in differently. You need to log in. We have implemented that also using GitHub API, developer API. And then here this GitHub owner repo fetching everything using GitHub API only for whatever the files, whatever the sets, whatever the folders are there, everything it will fetch based on code purely on GitHub API. Then we have graph builder, which is like some graphs. We try to build it. We are doing that one, and then we have local inference. This one we are trying to build OpenAI and Gemini AI Hugging Face models to generate summary, AI summary, more oral summary. It will be more useful for developers or contributors. You need to look at simply look at that one. Then we have PDF generation. It will generate the whole PDF is generated based on the results it have fetched from the GitHub fetcher and parse it from the file class. All details are fetched and displayed in one PDF using Python. Then we have parser. This is the main function which after fetching files the code from GitHub, we need to classify. We need to classify them like mail function is file classify. We need to classify based on the language .py, .js, .ts, tsx, jsx, Java. is there different types of files are there. We need to classify them and separate them into one place, like five files and one .js files are separate, .sx files are just right. We will classify different types of files in different types of sections, like images, text, everything. We separate them. Then we parse, static parser. This is the main function where use regex commands. Like if we separate the, it will take the file classify each file it will take and it will analyze the import methods like express.js, import React, like then it based on patterns. We do regex commands. If we will give command to take this pattern or this word need to there if there in that import statements fetch unfound based on a few regex commands. Then we parse different files. This every method, every classes, what are there in you, are based on the patterns only. Like every file, every method, or every language, definitely some pattern will be there. Python, function patterns. You can see function pattern. This type of a function, or you can give the pattern like this pattern for brackets, or this pattern is followed, then it is a function, or it is a class. You can design. So based on that patterns, it will decide the class or function. Then we have GitHub authorization, everything, and we are trying to include AI, as I told earlier. Then we have Streamlit to deploy. We have deployed this project in Streamlit. You can use speakers and everything here and configure that one. Then we have given keep alive some GitHub actions workflow. Like in normally Streamlit deployments, cloud deployment, if the website which is you developed or deployed in that Streamlit will be you will go to hibernate or sleep mode after delay inactivity in 12 hours. So we need to keep it alive at 24 by 7 as we are going live this project. So we thought keep alive method using Selenium. It will for every 1 hour, it will go to our website and it will refresh our website so that it will not go to hibernate sleep mode in Streamlit Cloud. This will help to reset our app 24 by 7 and you can use anytime you want. Yes, that's it, our project. And you can go and check once and you can see overall how the project generation or the project repo. If you need any help, just message us and get up or contact us and you can leave a review here how this experience of your project generation or PDF generation, it will be a great for us to improve further other improvements, everything we need to do for whatever users need to satisfy. So some of our friends have given some reviews you can check here to follow guide and I love this I love these reviews. Thank you.